I literally can't believe the Switch is turning 2. 2 years old. Everything makes me feel old now. You get to a certain age where you're just like, and I shouldn't even be at that age, but I'm there. Everything just makes me feel old. If someone mentions a GameCube game, God, and the age of it sends you into a spiraling depression. Oh my God, how old is that game? How old am I? 29. Anyway, hello everyone, how you doing? I'm Eric, and today we're going to be talking about the Switch's birthday. Happy birthday, Switch! And with Breath of the Wild, which we talked about last time. You might remember that I was going to talk about this last time, but they call me, you know what, they have a special nickname for me. They say, you are the Nintendo of YouTube, Eric. And there's a reason they say that, because I never let an idea go. There's always ticking around in here. They're just ready to come back up. Ideas from yesterday at any time can just pop back up, and here they are. Oh, dumb things. Anyway, we're here to talk about this thing, which is not a dumb thing. It's actually something that's doing super well. I am in love with it. And we're here to talk about the fact that it's been going for 2 years now. 2 years. I've been over the part where I can't think about that, haven't I? Yeah. So yeah, 2 years. 2 years. You know what? It's getting to that age where things, like myself, they just start to fall apart. Mine's certainly doing that. I don't know why this thing doesn't go back up, but it's down and it's not going back up too easily. It just does not stay in there. Stay in there, buddy. And this, I'm having lots of problems here, to be honest. Like this thing here, just Joy-Con, I can pop that off anytime. Look at that. Just anytime I want. Woo! That's not great. That has a few problems. It's got a crack up here in the top corner. The point is, and the place that I think I'm going with this, I don't really know where I'm going at any stage of my life, is that I think that's my biggest problem with the Switch. After 2 whole years, it's like I can deal with the online stuff, I can deal with all this other stuff, but my biggest problem with the Switch is that the hardware, for the first time ever with a Nintendo console, is not up to what it used to be, and I hope that's something they can fix in the future, because everything else has just been shut the front door fantastic. Well, apart from the online, I mean, that's not great, but we did get Tetris 99, which I just cannot put this thing down. I swear, like I feel the urge, I don't actually do this, but I feel the urge to play it every single day. I literally, this game is so addicting, and getting to, I've done a video about Tetris 99. You don't have to explain to people why you love it so much, Eric. Tetris 99, great, I cannot put it down. That's the one good thing to come out of online. I hope we get more of that in the future. That is enough of a Debbie Downer. Let's start talking about something fun. Shut the front door, fantastic things that I love about my Switch. And I think this right here is the number one thing that I love about my Switch. You know what this is? This represents the portability. You know how many consoles you can't do that with your PS4? You tried doing that with your PS4? You can't. It's not even easy to say how important that is to me because I don't even use it as much as I possibly could. I play a lot of my time on the TV and not even playing it like that. But just having the freedom to be able to just take your Switch anywhere, undock it at any time and just be like, Nat wants to watch some stupid Australian drama on the TV, let's do this. Or maybe I just want to maybe I'm going around with my sisters, I want to show her off the console. I want to show off my Switch to someone so that I can sell them on a Switch because that's my duty as a Nintendo fan. Joking. But if I wanted to go around there and do that, you think about any other console. If I want to show off the Wii U, hey, let me just bring around my 16 cables, my Wii U gamepad, and hope that it's charged, and everything else that I possibly need for it. And the Switch, that's it. I can show you off the console. I can show you why you need a Switch by looking at the back. Probably the front's better. But I can show you that, and you know why you need to buy a Switch. I can put it on the table, and we can both play together. We don't even need to bring extra controllers or anything. That is why the Switch is the number one console. And that is why, like, 2 years of the Switch, this thing's doing so well still. I always leave questions to the end. Question now, what is your favorite thing about the Switch over the last 2 years? Gaming, the portability, you know, whatever. Tell me your favorite thing. I've actually got this question out of the way in the middle for once. High five to Eric. Yeah, are you allowed to give yourself high fives? Is that cool to do? 2 years of the Switch. So we've had 2 years of gaming as I keep going on about. I feel like there's a big difference between the first and the second year. Because of the types of games that we got. Like the first year, we had like just knock it out of the park games and just, it's like Nintendo just delivered with like Zelda, Mario Odyssey, Xenoblade. I love Xenoblade, I don't know if anyone else out there, but I loved it. And so like they really just knocked it out of the park with that first year. And then I feel like the second year, they just kind of backed it off. They slammed that handbrake on and screeched into the second year. And they just kind of like expected the indies and the third parties to kind of, you know, Nintendo's over here refueling and the indies and third parties just keep going guys, we can do this, carry the year along for us. And they did a pretty good job. Like there was a lot of indie games, a hell of a lot of indie games. And third parties, they really carried it as well. Octopath is a big highlight for me, definitely from last year. But there's just a number of them that just kind of came through. Even Starlink turned out to be a really good game. Heaps better than I expected. didn't play that much of it, but it's still better than I expected. It wasn't even like a year ago that Fortnite, no, it wasn't a year ago, that Fortnite wasn't even on the system, and that's just another thing from last year that's just really helping push this system to the next level. Gotta stop hitting the table, I keep doing that. It's not like Nintendo didn't do anything during the year. Like they had a number of titles. You know, Mario Party's coming along, you had the Pokemon game, Let's Go, you had, come on Eric, you had Smash Brothers. It feels like just such a different approach to next year, because next year, it's like, all right, there is a game for everyone. Get your Animal Crossing, get your Luigi's Mansion, get your, how many other games are coming out next year? There's heaps of them. Pokemon, get your Mario Maker 2. Mario Maker 2, yes! There's just so many games that like are coming out next year. Wow, we're already in next year. That happened fast. But there's so many games that are coming out that it feels like there's a game for everyone. Last year, it just felt like there's a game for everyone. It's called Smash. Astral Chain, Daemon X Machina, there's heaps more games anyway. I'm looking forward to Town, that's looking pretty interesting as well. I don't know where I'm going with this, I felt like I left some games out and I wanted to tell you about them, so that's what I'm doing now, I'm reading them off list. Moving on, kind of got carried away there with going on with the next year's coming games, because I get really excited about that type of stuff. But this was supposed to be about the last 2 years. The thing is, I'm not going to go into detail about like every single game that released and here's all the good ones and stuff like that, because that's a video for another time. You know, I don't have 55 minutes of my time. Thank you, Scott the Was, you awesome dude. I've only got this amount of time that I'm doing with you now, so we are not going to jump through every game. It does feel like they're getting a little bit more loose with their console bundles. They're just going, yeah, you can have a few more of these, and that excites me for the going back to the coming year again. Here we go again. But that excites me for next year that hopefully they have a few more bundles coming through. Not that I'm going to buy any of them because I don't need a second Switch. Give me some more Joy-Con colors though, I'll take them. But it does kind of hope that I get a little bit more loose. No, I hope that Nintendo gets a little bit more loose with the Virtual Console of some description and their classic library of games. Like, guys, get some of that classic stuff on there. I would love to play some more of those classic games. Not that I haven't played them enough, but I'd like to play them again. That aren't NES games, because I'm over NES games. You can give them to me enough. I was not supposed to be complaining this episode, and here we are. I would be terrible at birthday parties. Happy birthday, little Jack. You just turned 2. Congratulations, mate. Now, I've organised this little book here of all the things you've done wrong in your life already. So I'm going to need you to take a quick read of that and then think about improving yourself in the future, okay? I guess where I'm going with this big negative cloud, you know, shoot, get away out of here, negative cloud. I think where I'm going with this is that there's areas where the Switch can improve. Just get out of here. But overall, the Switch has just so many good games. It has such a great selling factor that I've not been left bored once. I've not been left, bored is a bad word for it. I've not been left wondering what I'm gonna play since it came out. I've just constantly had a backlog of stuff that I simply can't keep up with. And next year just seems to be, it's gonna like add to that. There's so much stuff coming out that I wanna play. I wanna get into an Animal Crossing game for the first time. I'm super excited about that. Obviously Mario Maker makes me want to cry just saying the name. There is just so much good stuff coming up next week. Luigi's Mansion is just like, they're not words. But there's so many good games that I'm just gonna have to add to my list of games Eric needs to play that I'm worried about getting to them all. And especially since they all seem to be kind of just packing up the back end of this year. I mean, we're moving into Yoshi now, but after Yoshi, I think it starts to build up a little bit. Like, we're gonna break down that Yoshi recycling and then we got a whole bunch more to get through. Speaking of recycling, Labo did have a little bit of an appearance last year. I didn't get it. I really do wonder who actually bought this Labo, because, you know, after I got the first one was like, oh, novelty, yeah, I'm gonna try this. And then I put together a fishing rod and a piano. I was like, this is cool. Into the cupboard, that's it, I'm done. And I'm wondering if anyone else has like done the same thing and gone, this second kit, no. I actually listened to Arlo's video that he did just before, and at the end of it, he said that he thinks the Switch might actually overtake as, like, at some point, as his favorite console ever. Now, thinking about that in my head, I fully expect that by the end of this year, this will be my favorite console ever. Like, and that is the most surprising thing. But by the end of this year, when we get all those games, that I'm not gonna name drop them all again, but by the time we get all of those games, plus all the killer ones that we already have, and Xenoblade, and a bunch of the Wii U ports have already made their way over, some of those are my favorite games, all of that built up together just tells me that, Eric, this is probably your favorite system ever. And I fully expect by the end of this year, it will be. Yes, we ended on a high note. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today. So, I want you, I've already told you what I want you to let me know. I can just end the episode now, that's really rare. Remember, for great Nintendo entertainment, you can, I like it ending on a question. You can count on me. Question. Today's end screen is a warning because at the end of today's video, there is a clip of the old competition that I entered. I mentioned that the last one that I was going to put it up. I'm going to put it up at the end of this one. It's very embarrassing. I encourage you to, if you do watch this and you prepare your ears, please prepare your ears. If you do watch this, please feel free to have a laugh at my expense. I go back and watch this and I just have an absolute blast laughing at myself because it's embarrassing. But please enjoy. So the question was put to me, would you like to play the Switch for free? There's 3 spots, it's your shot to go in January. I said, great, where do I sign? And what's the bottom line? I'll do anything to make those tickets mine. So listen in, here's what's up. You tell us how to switch things up. With fanfics or slapstick? Wanna dance, just take your pick. I didn't want to be the same. But what if I was in a game? With that in mind, that's what this song became. Donkey Kong to this song, it's a tropical paradise. It's so nice if it be us. This place just won't suffice. What a fool, it's Hyrule, a place I can play in peace. Pick up Ganon, there's your Venom from here. Luigi's Mansion is really great, but Ghost Dog is your only mate. Splatoon, you can have plenty of friends. Squids and kids drop you around the bend. I could be in Kirby Superstar, but breathing in space is a bridge too far. Pikmin seems like the place to be, except your friends are the size of a pea. And now I finally know the perfect place I'd like to go. There's an airport and a resort. Grab your bags and let's deport. Mario Sunshine's where we'll stop. There's a party on the rooftop. Everyone's in the sun, and baby, it's gonna be so fun. Oh, come on, grab your loved ones. What a place to have a race or a chase on its face.